Hello, myself Mrs. Julie Mukherjee, and I am teaching history and civics for the last 25 years in Triveni Tissues Vidyapit. And I've been teaching from classes 8 to 10 history and civics. Basically, the problem is that from the very beginning, history and civics means children will say, or students will say, that the answers have to be very, very long. But this is not so. This is an old concept. Now, once the teachers are able to tell them the key points or the key sentences or the key words they have to use, they will find it very, very convenient, and they will also feel comfortable while writing these answers, and they will not have that fear that they have to write pretty long answers. For example, if I take the history chapter of Great Revolt of 1857, which is in class 10, for the board exam they have to write answers from this chapter. There they have to be very specific when they are writing about the political causes, about the economic causes, about the military causes, immediate causes. Now, for example, if I talk about political causes, they have to write Doctrine of Lapse, where they have to write the name of Lord Dalhousie, what the principle exactly is, and name of the states. And when they are writing about immediate cause, they have to write about the introduction of Enfield rifle, then they have to write about use of greased cartridges, then they have to write about the wild rumor that was spread and that was done to defile their religion, and they were forced to bite with their teeth. These are the key sentences that the answers have to have. And so even if the answers have a long, even if the answers are very, very long, then also if these particular phrases, these particular things are not there, then the answers will not fetch full marks. Similarly, for civics, for union legislature or union executive, when they are writing about election, suppose they are writing about election of Lok Sabha, then they have to write the words directly, all the citizens of India, universal adult franchise, secret ballot, or now they can write EVM machines as well. For election of Rajya Sabha, then they have to write indirectly, then they have to write elected members of Legislative Assembly and proportional representation. Now, if they write something else, if they explain these words, then fine, it's fine and okay. But if they write something else other than these, even if it is a half-page answer, then sorry, the students will not be marked on those. Similarly, when they are writing about emergency powers of president, then they have to mention national emergency or general emergency, the circumstances when these emergency conditions appear, like civil war or internal aggression, or when they are writing about financial emergency, they have to write about reduction in the salaries of the government servants, then reduction in the salaries of the judges of Supreme Court, state high courts. These are things which are important. Another thing aspect on which I would like to stress is that they have to pay a lot of importance to the class teaching. Class teaching and self-study, these have to be stressed upon. And writing habits, the answers have to be written down in their exercise books. As soon as a chapter is finished, daily study, daily revision of that particular chapter, then writing down those answers, these are something that they have to do. And once these are done, then I don't feel children will have a problem, and especially with experienced teachers, that is an added advantage. Their teachers will always be there to guide them, and we are really grooming them for their board exams, to excel in their board exams.